Okay, I wanted to share a realization that happened to me recently. Hit me like a brick. Nothing new. I mean, you know this, but when things that you know intellectually or intuit or naturally just know, particularly in the spiritual world, all these axioms that we hear all the time, but knowing them and having them hit you in a realization where your body feels it as truth, where it like lands in you and you're like, oh, yeah, something is completely different and things really shift from there. And the thing that hit me was nothing needs to change. Nothing in my world, nothing in the world needs to change. And this came about, I mean, it landed so hard, and the effects of that realization are only now. Um, that's total acceptance, right? Um, and it takes so much pressure off of you. I can't even describe it. Yeah, so I'm not fully into it. Who knows how long this realization will last? Of course, I think it will last. Um, will I have some reverberations? Ego won't like it, sure, but it feels like it's landed. And the peace and the pressure release is immense. And this all came about from I was contemplating and thinking about Gene Key 10 or hexagram 10, which is about conducting oneself. And in there, because I have a particular health issue that has been chronic for, well, even since the beginning, early childhood, started there and then went away for many years and then came back like crazy the last 10 years. And I was doing an oracle session for myself about what was the underlying cause. And what I got was hexagram 10 and gene key 10. And it has to do with looking at life and looking at people, seeing your friends and life, everything around you and what needs to be changed. And if you're on the spiritual journey, you know how true that is. And that we develop, and we don't want to admit it, but you'll have to admit it to yourself. We develop a sort of superior attitude or I know better attitude. Once you get on the spiritual journey, you're looking at everything and everyone. You go, ooh, egos. They need to get their gene keys profile so they can look at all their shadows. They're functioning in the looking at everything. And so it creates a superior image, which the universe does not agree with. And so that's one thing that will take your health down the tubes, as well as hexagram 10, conducting oneself is looking at everything and judging, right? So we see what needs to be changed, but we're also judging it. I mean, and judging ourselves, right? This was particular for me, looking at myself and just saying, I hate, no self-love whatsoever. I got to change this. I got to change that. I'm getting older and uglier and weirder looking. Don't have brows anymore. My hair, everything wrinkled, everything needs, I'm totally not accepting myself. But that rolled off into people around me, neighbors who were crossing their boundary, just everything, looking, judging, and also it also states in this hexagram about looking at situations beyond your like for example, looking at your neighbors and getting mentally involved in what they're doing or what other people are doing. And it says in that hexagram, you just take care of what's in front of you right now. And I literally took that on, and it has taken a couple of weeks, and I really focused on not judging, paying attention to what's in front of me. I really took this on, and I was deprogramming the superior image that we all take on. and deprogramming my attitude of judgment and whatever else. And just one day, that realization hit, nothing needs to change. Because the moment something needs to change, as I said in the other video, ego is involved. It's because, and it has to, because the ego mind functions either thinking from the past or the future. It doesn't know how to be in the now. But I really feel like, I don't know, this is going to sound weird, you can train your mind to be in the now. At least that's what I think I'm trying to do. It's probably the ego telling me I could do that. I don't know. But when that realization hits, and I offer this as a practice to you, just focus on what's in front of you. Take care of what's in front of you only. Say no to the judgment of others in the other situation, and just keep saying to yourself, nothing needs to change. Nothing needs to change. And I promise you, eventually, this realization will land in your body, and you cannot imagine the release of pressure that leaves you. It's quite remarkable. And I have a delivery. So it's time to say goodbye. I hope that was helpful. Bye-bye.